everyone, welcome to today's reading. We're going to be doing a new love reading. So this is for my singles that are curious about new love coming in. So this could be, somebody that could be coming in very soon in the near future or in the distant future. So don't get too attached to the timeline of things, but let's see if we can connect to their energy and what you need to know about your energy in this connection and what could be coming in with them, as well as any advice. Okay. So there's definitely an excitement that you have, I think, about love coming in. But I also see a lot of inner conflict for you. So you seem to be excited about jumping into something new, but a lot of inner conflict. It's like, am I ready or am I not ready? Am I ready? Am I not ready? I think I want to be ready. I think I'm ready. I want to be ready, but I'm not sure. So it's interesting because it's like, I think you've already taken the leap. I think you're already energetically putting yourself out there, even if you haven't literally put yourself out there, but there's still this sense of like, I don't know. And, I like to remind people that the energy in our body, like when we feel the feeling of anxiety in our body, it can be confusing because the feeling in your body of excitement, of anticipation, right, can feel very similar to anxiety. And so we can get confused and think that we are anxious and really we're just excited. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for this here. But let's see, what is the energy of this connection coming in here? So we have a connection coming in that's very healing. Ooh, and something that feels really familiar too, kind of with that Empress card. So for some of you, this could actually be somebody coming back from the past. I don't like to say that, but I mean, hey, because this to me, the Empress too is sometimes the card to me of longing, of somebody that's been longing or missing. But it could even just be a feeling of like, oh, I've been missing this connection, or I didn't know this person was missing from me. What is that really beautiful quote? Like, I think they say that the literal interpretation of in the French language, when you say you miss someone, the interpretation in that language is you are missing from me, right? So it's this feeling of like, you're supposed to be with me, but you're not here. You're missing from me and from my energy, So I feel like this person comes in and you either quite literally have been missing this person because you know them already, or there's this sense of like, I knew I was missing you, even though I had never met you before, I knew something was missing. And it's very healing with that Temperance card. And it's an energy of things kind of coming into balance and feeling really good and like a good kind of like equilibrium of things. So let's get a read on their energy. What is this person like? How will you recognize them? So we've got the Hermit card. So this could be somebody that keeps to themselves. Ooh, and the Devil card. Okay. So don't get too thrown off or worried about that Devil card here. But I'm getting one of two interpretations with that, though. So first and foremost, with the Hermit card, quite literally could be somebody that tends to keep to themselves, or could be a little bit of like a lone wolf type or something, right? Or it could be somebody that actually I'm getting as well goes through periods or seasons of keeping to themselves, and then maybe they get more social, maybe they have a little bit of like a seasonal thing where during certain times of the year they kind of keep to themselves, right? But they could be somebody too that just really enjoys their own company. But with the Devil card, I'm getting one of two things. If this is someone from your past, this could be somebody that used to be a little bit more toxic. And that's why you kind of perceive them this way and their energy this way. Maybe they were somebody before that you had an unhealthy attachment to, and perhaps that energy is transmuting and growing and all of that into something healthier. But I'm also getting with the Devil card that this is somebody that is not afraid to, because the Devil card is also that Capricorn energy, right? So this is also that energy that's very actually grounded in nature and is not afraid of things like conversations that are morbid, or somebody that is just realistic or very blunt and kind of tells it like it is, or brings up things into conversation that can be uncomfortable but still helps you kind of reflect. So it can be refreshing. I mean, I know for myself, I have a Scorpio stellium, a lot of Scorpio in my chart. And so I really do enjoy people like this that, kind of are not afraid to talk about like taboo things and bring up taboo subjects and that sort of thing. So that could be something related to this person's energy as well. So how will you meet this person, or re-meet this person for some of you? Reunite. Knight of Cups. Okay, so it's going to come in a very romantic sort of way, but then we also have the Five of Pentacles here. Again, because I'm getting two readings for two different groups of people. For some of you, this is someone from your past. So for some of you, this is somebody where it didn't work out before, and then they're coming back in a way that's actually very romantic, you know? Maybe you rejected this person in the past, or they rejected you, or maybe it was a simultaneous rejecting. Maybe you both rejected each other at the same time. They could be coming back in a way that's really romantic and much more clear about their intentions, you know? Not messing around or making you wonder or question, but being quite frank with the fact that they have very like strong feelings of romantic love for you or whatever. But if this is somebody new, I feel like this is going to be somebody that comes maybe possibly in very strong, and then it feels like they pull away. So like, you know, it's going to look different for all of you, but just let me throw a scenario out there, right? This could be somebody that like you match with on a dating app and you guys start talking and you just hit it off right away. And then you don't hear from them for a couple days. Like they disappear and you think you've gotten ghosted. But really maybe what it is that they just don't check their app, you know, very often, or maybe they got really busy, or they, which I know some people hate that and they think that that's a bad excuse and whatever. And that's fine. You're all, you know, and everyone's entitled to their own, you know, wants and desires and needs and relationships and communication. And, you know, what's a red flag to one person is not necessarily to another. But I kind of get a feeling like that. Like it looks something like that. Like we're almost like, it's like, oh, it was a false start. Like I thought this was going to be something really great, and then it's going to seem like it's not taking off. But let's see, what is that something that you may need to work on or know or heal in order to bring this connection in, if you desire it, because it's only if you want it. So if you don't want it, chuck it. But so we've got the Star card and we've got the Two of Wands. So there's a need to throw away pessimism. You'll have to be very optimistic, nauseatingly optimistic with this person. Maybe even you're going to have to, as best you can, picture things going well, because I really feel like your thoughts are going to play a lot into how this goes. Because if you're pessimistic and you're assuming that this person doesn't really want you, or you're assuming they'll disappoint you, or that it's just going to end in heartbreak, if you assume things, or you're just not taking the time to really picture how things could look or how things could go well, if you're only thinking about what could go wrong instead of what could go right, then you really are setting yourself up for disappointment. So part of what you're going to need to, I think, work on and heal is, you know, making sure that you are staying really hopeful. And of course, keeping that openness to whatever happens, you know, that whatever happens, you'll allow the universe to let it unfold however it unfolds. But yeah. So let's see. What is likely to happen in the long run with this connection here? We've got the Seven of Swords and we've got the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So the trajectory of this connection, more long term, you may have to be prepared for there being a lot of things that are not being said or being revealed. The Seven of Swords, you know, can be a scary card for people because it typically is the card of deception, but I like to say it's more of the card of discretion. Then it's more of a discretion than deception. It's like, I'm not going to share everything with you. You know, so be prepared that this person or both of you may hold back and may not tell each other a lot of things. But the Three of Pentacles gives me a lot of hope because that says you guys are going to figure it out. You will get on the same page. So maybe it starts out, and again, if this is a reading from somebody from your past, maybe that was the problem in the past, is that neither one of you was really being honest with the other person about what you wanted in the relationship or how you really felt, or, you know, there were things that were being left unsaid. And the Three of Pentacles speaks about getting on the same page. And it speaks about collaboration and making sure that we really understand each other, and that I know what you want and you know what I want, and we're very clear on these things, and that whatever we're going to do together moving forward or build together, it will be something that we are both collaboratively working towards, not just one person working on it while the other person kind of does nothing, or where, you know, we're following completely different instructions or blueprints. It's about, you know, we're on the same page. We know what we need to do to make this grow. If we really want to make it grow and invest in it, this is how we're both going to do that together. So anyways, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. So I hope this resonated. I hope that this gives you the helpful insight that you need moving forward to invite in this new love or this new connection. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.